Topic of today: black holes. I read something on the news today about something about a Kerr timeline. I don't quite understand what it's about. I mean, I'm going to assume everybody knows black holes, and I guess what this thing is saying is you got a black hole and it's sucking everything around it. The gravitational pull is so great that even light can't escape it. Well, what I was reading is once it sucks in everything around it, time stops. And this guy named Kerr, or maybe it isn't Kerr, but that's what it's called, the Kerr timeline. All time stops when the black hole doesn't have anything to suck in. And they also said it's going to take a whole new set of physics to figure these black holes out. They said they really don't know what exactly goes on with a black hole. And I can't remember where I read it or heard it, but somebody had a theory out there about black holes that they suck everything in, and when they can't take any more stuff in, they explode on the other side in basically what sounds to me like another Big Bang, and creates a whole new universe. And I thought, wow, that would be, that's some pretty wild food for thought there. So we don't just have, according to that theory, we don't just have the one universe. It's constantly making new ones. Which, all in all, I think that's a really neat subject. That's pretty wild. Now, I don't know what these people base their opinions on, or their ideas, or thought processes. I don't know. But I do know, I like the thought of that. It's creating another universe, another Big Bang. And not knowing how much stuff any given black hole has sucked in, I suppose it's theoretically possible. But then the other thing I wonder on that theory is, okay, so it explodes, it creates another universe. We'll just say, okay, that's real, that's true. What happens to the black hole on our side? Does it, like, disappear? I don't know. I probably won't know the answer to that for 3 or 4 lifetimes. That's kind of disappointing. You know, we got all the... I got all this interest in stuff like that, and then to realize, you know, in my lifetime they'll never have the answers to explain it. And they won't have the answers probably in my kids' lifetime or their kids. Yeah, I just thought it was a neat subject. I think black holes are really interesting, because you can pretty much come up with whatever you want to come up with, and who's going to tell you you're wrong? Stephen Hawking probably would. And that's another dude. He's kind of a trip. He came out with, this was probably about 6 months ago. He said if there are aliens, UFOs and all that stuff, we probably really don't want to meet them. And I think the title was Hawking Says we don't want to meet aliens. Oh, all this stuff I read. My easiest source for this stuff is Fox News Scitech. So go there, and you'll probably have to go through a few pages to find some of this stuff, but the Kerr timeline is fairly recent. I think I first read it yesterday, and then I read it again this morning because I wanted to talk about it, so I wanted to refresh my mind, and figured maybe I could make some sense out of it. No, I couldn't make any sense out of it. I'm not that smart a guy. So anyway, Hawkins says that if there really are aliens, we probably don't want to meet them because, and this really kind of makes sense to me, because you think about our own civilization, and when we met strange exotic people, we conquered them and then threw them into slavery, say like Africa. And the Chinese, we let a bunch of Chinese in to build our railroads. We basically used them. We met the Indians. We pushed them off the land, their land, so we could use it. So Hawkins is like, well, what do you think these guys are going to do? These aliens are going to do? They're going to do the same thing. Which was kind of an eye-opener for me. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So there you go. The aliens. Do we want to meet them? Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.